the first one, really, really important, is proximity. Okay. If she's in the same location as you, if she tries to be in the same location as you, if you're at a bar ordering a drink and a girl comes up next to you, of all the places she could go, there's probably a pretty good possibility. It's a decent sign that she's interested in you, that she didn't just pick that spot at random, especially if there's other open spots at the bar. Okay. And then she came next to you, then, that she wants you to talk to her, most likely. Now, maybe you're wrong and you talk to her and she wasn't interested in you, but you should take the chance. All right. You should take the chance anyway. If you just see an attractive girl that you want to talk to, just talk to her. But that's a good signal. Okay. So proximity would be that she wants to be around you, or she's making it so that she's around you. Okay. This could be like even in a friend group, you have a girl that she comes near you, she sits next to you, right? Maybe at school. Okay. She sits next to you in class, things like that. It's going to be a good indicator that she wants to be around you, and she wants you, she likes you. All right. Or she has some level of interest in you. Let's put it that way. All right. So the next one we'll talk about is if she laughs at your jokes. All right. If you're talking to her and she laughs like more so than necessary, right? If you say something that's kind of funny or cute and she's like,
oh, you're so funny.
Or something like that, if she says, oh, I've got the giggles or something like that, then it's a pretty good indication, right? Because women respond in that way, right? It doesn't mean that if you tell a funny joke and a girl laughs that she's interestingly attracted to you, but it might be, especially if it's an overreaction to it, right? An overreaction to anything that you do is going to be good. That means she's really focusing in on you. All right. So that's number 2. All right. The third one we'll talk about here should be obvious. Okay. But if she touches you, okay, physical touch. All right. If a woman specifically touches you, if she's kidding with you and she touches your shoulder or laughs or even playfully punches you, any kind of touching is going to generally be a good sign. Now, none of these things are absolute signs. Don't go and be like, oh, this girl touched me and then she laughed at me. Okay, but don't go and say, well, John told me that she must be attracted to me. There's no guarantees. Okay, she could be doing all the things and not, and she could be attracted to you, and then you talk to her and then you open your mouth and she's not attracted to you anymore. All right. All these things can happen, but this is just a good indicator. So if she's touching you in any way, right? If she, rubs her shoulder against you, if she sits next to you and her leg is brushing against yours, any of these things are really good signs. If she grabs your hand or, she touches your face, something like that, that's going to be a good sign. All right. The next one here is pretty obvious as well. But if she comes up to you and starts talking with you, okay, if she talks with you, if she starts a conversation with you, or if you're in a conversation, she starts asking you questions, she's curious about you, she continues the conversation, makes some kind of investment in it, a lot of times that's a good indicator. Now, if she just is in a conversation with you and she's very polite and she starts asking you about things, she might just be polite. Okay. But if she initiates conversation with you, then it's a much stronger indicator. So if you see that, okay, again, that's a good reason to think that, oh, okay, maybe this girl is interested in me. All right. The next one is a little bit harder to detect. Okay. But it's one you've probably heard before, but if she's generally doing preening things, like she's looking in your direction, she's brushing her hair, she's putting on makeup, she's doing things like that. She's trying to like make herself look good, or she's grooming herself. Some of this is very unconscious behavior. That one is a decent indicator as well. But that one's a little bit harder. It's a little bit more misinterpreted, and you can't really know if that's directed at you. But that's sort of the quick rundown here. I didn't want to make a super long video on this because I know that I don't want you guys to completely go all in on this and think that, okay, I got to look for these signals, because that's not true. You don't even need to look for these signals. These are just some hints that you can use to get an idea if a girl might be attracted in you or attracted to you. But it doesn't mean anything. What you really should be doing is going out and talking to women. Okay. Now, I know a lot of you guys have trouble talking to women or even going out on a date. I have in the Bulldog Mindset membership, it's $7 for the first month. Go check it out if you haven't already. All right, I'll show you what it looks like here, where you can see this. But in fact, we'll do a dive into it at some point. But go here and you can see all the stuff that's in here. I'm just going through the sales page for this. But if you click the link down below, you can check it out and read through this and see. I've got a ton of stuff in here. It's got a ton of bonuses in here. We've got live Q&As. We have a private membership group. But one of the things that you're going to be really interested in, and I think it might be on one of the lessons here. These are just constantly growing. But okay, so there's a few things here, right? Where to lead conversations with women after the initial approach. Okay, this is something that I know a lot of you guys struggle with. Okay, how not to fail physical escalation with women. Okay, I've got stuff on that. All right, the truth behind fear and developing courage. Okay, so you can go out and talk to women. And then, mistakes. There's a ton of stuff in here. But the reason why I say this is because you can't just rely on, I know a lot of you guys probably came here because you want to know if a woman's interested in you. You can't rely on that. You've got to go out and you got to talk to her. You have to go out and conquer these fears and not worry about trying to figure out what some people call choosing signals. It's fine. Okay, those things maybe exist, but for the most part, you need to take initiative as a man and go out there and face those fears. And I know a lot of you guys struggle with that. So, like I said, I've got a lot of content in the Bulldog Mindset membership. Also on this channel, you can find a lot of content about overcoming the fear, about how do you actually talk to a woman, how do you actually go out on a date, how do you do these things, and then it doesn't matter so much, okay? Because even if a girl's interested in you, right? Even if you're getting these signals that I talked about in this video, and you go and talk to her, you still got to know what to say. You still got to know what. That's only step one, right? Because she might have some kind of physical interest in you without even meeting you. That's good, okay? But most of the women that you're actually going to have any kind of success with, be that a short-term or long-term relationship, it's not going to be that she just looked at you and thought you're attractive. That's not even, that's like the lowest hurdle. You have so much more to overcome in order to have success. So don't just rely on these things, but look for them. And it's a good indicator that you're on the right track, or that if you're choosing, okay, well, which woman should I talk to? I mean, maybe the ones that are more interested in you, that would be a better choice, to choose rather than just picking at random. So there you go. That's it. Again, this is not the absolute Bible on this. All right. A woman could be displaying all of these things and not have any interest in you at all. But, especially if multiple of these things are going on, there's a much higher chance that she is interested in you.